Hello, it's Mrs. Stathis again. I'm going to read SkippyjonJones and the Big Bones. This is the last of my 4. If you have any suggestions for me to read, please reply in the comments. SkippyjonJones was crazy about digging in Mrs. Dolly Doohiggy's garden, because that's where Mrs. Dolly Doohiggy's dog, Darwin, buried all of his bones, and nobody messed with Darwin. 2 yards away, Mama Junebug Jones was hanging wash when her kitty boy blew through the sheets like a muddy wind. "Hey, Pickle Pants," hollered Mama, "don't run with your mouth full." But Pickle Pants had only one thing on his mind: dinosaurs. "I'm going to be a famous paleontologist," whispered SkippyjonJones, arriving at his room. Then he popped a pickle in his puss. He slapped some glue all over his newfound bone and stuck it onto his model. "And you are my Skipposaurus," he added out loud. "Skipposaurus," declared Mama Junebug Jones, coming into the room. "Those bones belong to Darwin, and you better take them back, for your prehistoric fossil is that snoozing dog's snack. And do it now," ordered Mama, "before he wakes up." Oh, the student must have written, "Wow." But the kitty boy had no intention of returning Darwin's bones before he bounced on his big boy bed. First he pounced and wiggled, then he bounced and giggled. All the way up to the ceiling, he chanted, "Oh, I'm SkippyjonJones, and I bounce on my bed, 'cause I love to eat pickles that tickle my head." Then he flung himself over the mirror for a head check. "Holy hairballs!" exclaimed SkippyjonJones, pulling out his tape measure. "That's one huge cabeza." Then, using his very best Spanish accent, he added, "My ears are too big for my head, and my head won't fit into my bed. I know I'm not a Siamese cat. I'm a Chihuahua." And quicker than you could say chunky chihuahuas and cream, the kitty boy picked up his cape and pulled on his mask. Then he began to sing a mooey soft voice. Oop. "Oh, my name is Capito Fresquito, and I hunt for the dinosaur Ito, with gigantico ears that's been buried for years under layers of sedimentito." At the same time, the kitty boy's sisters, Jujubee, Jezebel, and Jilly Boo Jones, were in Mrs. Doohiggy's yard watching Darwin sleep. "This is fun," said Jezebel. "Lots of fun," agreed Jilly Boo. "The mostest fun," added Jujubee. But Skippyjon wasn't thinking of Darwin. He was thinking dinosaurs, and he knew where to find them, deep within his closet. "Whoa," said Skippyto, "it's a jungle in here." But as soon as he stepped over the threshold, his snifferito picked up the scent of his old amigos, los chimichangos. "Stinkitos," called out SkippyjonJones. "I smell you, but I don't see you. It is I, El Skipito Fresquito, the great sword fighter." "Up here, Skipito," hollered the Chihuahuas. "We are toasting los marshmallowcitos prehistóricos." "Not the prehistoric marshmallows," exclaimed Skipito. "See, dude," replied the doggies, "but they are as hard as rocas." "That's because they are fosilitos," said Skipito. "Fosilitos? Scamosilitos," declared Poquito Tito, the smallest of the small ones. "We want to see los dinosaurios with our own ojos," he said, pointing to his eyes. "Por qué?" asked Skipito. "Because, Bobocito," said Don Diego, the biggest of the small ones, "we hear they are really, really big, dude." This news made the Chihuahuas go insane-o around the rim of the volcano, singing, "Ding-a-ling, ding-a-long, ding-a-lee-dee. You are such a silly Skipito. You know what dogs think. If it's good, it must stink. Plus, it's great for the old snifferito." But right in the middle of their romp, Mount Itchy Gitchy Gumba blew its top. tossing the doggies right on their rumpitos. But a bump on the rump would become the least of their worries, because boom, 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 the earth began to tremble and shake. Terremoto, shouted Poquito Tito, panic-stricken. It's not an earthquake, Ito, said Scapito, peeking through the bushes. It's a T-Mexito. And he wasn't the only dinosaurio. There were big ones and small ones, feathered and bald ones. Some were spiky and frilled with a look that could kill. And they were all doing the very same thing. They were dancing. Someone wrote, dancing dinos. Usually keep the sticky notes as a memory. Ay caramba, it's the ramba, cheered the chimichangos. And before Scapito could warn them, the rascalitos had shimmied and shook their way into the dance line. This is loco, wailed Scapito. You will be crushed like crispitos beneath the dinos' tocitos. But the pupitos did not hear. They were too busy singing. Itchy gitchy gumba, dinos do the rumba, with jumbo jaws and giant claws, with horns and beaks and scaly peaks. Itchy gitchy gumba. Chimichangoes do the rumba, with great big hearts and tiny parts, with knobbly knees and lots of fleas. Itchy gitchy gumba. But something had to be done to save them, and quicker than you can say, Pachycephalosaurus, Scapito let out a big Jurassico bark. Ruff. Holy halitosis, roared the T-Mexito. I smell the pickle breath of a Skiposauricito. I am not a Skiposaurus, declared Scapito, whipping off his mask. I'm a Chihuahua. Not the pillow-fighting, ankle-biting, pickle-dripping, dino-tripping Chihuahua they call El Scapito Fresquito. The great sword fighter, shrieked the T-Mexito. Oh, see, that is me, said Scapito with a bow. Then, quicker than you can say Don Diego's dominoes, every dinosaurio stopped, dropped, and rolled far away. Where's the fuego, dudes? Asked Poquito Tito. There's no fire, said Scapito. They're just going extincto. Muy bueno, Scapito. We love the stinquito, agreed the Chihuahuas, and they tossed him into the air. Diggery, diggeroo, diggerito. We learned something new from Scapito. He scares them to death with his old pickle breath, and that's how we get fossilitos. Then, all of a sudden, boom, 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 boom. The earth began to tremble and shake. Every head popped up and sniffed. Dinosaurizos, whispered the peritos. No, said Scapito. They are extincto. Sí, said the Chihuahuas. Es muy stinquito. But it wasn't the dinosaurios that smelled. It was Darwin, and he was knocking on Skippy's closet door. Then, click, the door opened, and out tumbled the kitty boy on an avalanche of old dog bones. The next thing he knew, the kitty boy was waking up on the couch. What happened? Asked Skippy John. Don't you remember, Sugar Beet? Asked Mama June Dog Jones. You decided to return Darwin's dog bones. All of them? Asked Skippy. That's right, Dumpling, said Mama proudly. The very same night, the kitty boy found Mr. Perfect, still sitting in the corner all covered in bones. Mr. Skiposaurus, he whispered. Then he dragged the cat over to his big boy bed for a good night bounce. Oh, I'm SkippyjonJones, and I'm not a dog fighter, but I still have some bones 'cause I'm the decider. Then he decided to go to sleep. Thank you. If you have any suggestions or any books you want me to read, please write in the comments. Have a great day. Bye.